That's where I was born, on a military base. So nothing existed for me for a long time outside the military itself. But the city itself is the seat of, of, of the first Christian king of Hungary, Vajk, who was the son of Géza, and who took the name István, Stephen, at his coronation. The Forestry Gymnasium was and still is a semi-military boarding school. It offered a very rich program academically, but also as a technical school, taught a trade to us. That happened to be forestry. I liked the school. The structured life appealed to me. I was unusual. It's very few would have liked what we had to go through. And I put myself to it and started to get good grades. As a matter of fact, I shaped up so well that in 1952 I graduated from the Forestry Gymnasium with a summa cum laude. You should have seen the old soldier, my father. At first time in his life, he saw that I'm going to be something. I'm quite sure you could have made him catch birds. And but the whole family agreed that Laszlo is on the right way and may get somewhere in life. Now, this very fact that I have had the Forestry High School diploma sealed my fate within the forestry profession. In those days, it was not easy to go to get to university. The student population, perhaps 5% went to university of the graduating student population, so that only the best were taken. And I had an advantage because of my good graduation mark in the Forestry High School. I was automatically accepted to the university in forest engineering at Sopron. The engineering program, so there I started the 5-year engineering program, which, just to give you some ideas, is engineering, civil engineering, enriched with forestry science and biology. The university had 3 faculties at that time. Forest engineering was one of the faculties, mining engineering the other, and petroleum engineering the third. Forest engineering is now part of the Western Hungarian university system. I brought with me from the gymnasium some familiarity with finite mathematics, linear algebra, and probably most of you won't even able to recognize parallel projective geometry. For the student, a totally useless subject to start with, but nothing better for an engineer to develop the ability to solve problems by rotating planes and projecting things in mind. The solution comes out in 2-dimensional drawing. I love that course, and I think I was one of the best in it. Another advantage for me at the Forestry University, forest engineering, was that I also had introduction to biology. I had some cell biology, plant systematics. I had a pretty good plant systematics, environmental sciences, and of course the forestry sciences. I was positioned to do reasonably well at the university. And I, in fact, did. But 1952 was a defining year for my life, for other reasons as well. It was in that year, on the first day in September, at the university, that I got sight of a spectacular looking, self-confidence classmate, a forester's daughter, who went by the name Marta Miller. Her name coming just before me in the class list, I was assigned to the same study group with her. And then you can guess what happened afterwards. The years went by. We were at the last 2 semesters of the 5-year program when disaster struck. The peoples of Hungary rose against the tyrant communist regime and the hated Soviet occupying forces. Marta and I became actively involved on the revolution's side, and when it failed in November 1956, expecting reprisals, we decided to leave the country. We were crossing the border into Austria together, and when on the way I proposed to Marta. Months later, already in Canada, we got married on a military base in Abbotsford in British Columbia. We were in the Chopron group, which became an academic division within the Faculty of Forestry at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. It was an unparalleled event, not just in the annals of the University of British Columbia, but anywhere else, as far as I know. Marta wrote an informative article on our invitation by the Canadian government as a group to come to Canada. Passage from Europe, arrival in the country, and the Chopron Group's early life in Canada. Her article titled Invited Immigrants, the Chopron Saga, very well written, very personal. It's on my website, for which the address can be gotten. Statistical Ecology website under my name. Marta and I graduated from UBC with a Bachelor of Science degree in forestry. Much later, we received our golden diploma in forest engineering from our alma mater in Chopron. I entered graduate school at UBC and completed the MS degree, the master's program in 1961 and the PhD program in 1964 under the sure-handed guidance of Professor Vladimir Krajina. I am most grateful to Professor Karina's memory.